Yo, this is Preacher503, and I'm crossing the street with Jimbo.
What happened when you gifted? And the people that surrounding you don't got the best intentions. And you the one they doubt it. Calling you different. They hate on everything from your name to your image. And I know they never get it, but I mix passion with my pain, yeah. I mix sunshine and rain, yeah. A little balance and made me.
What is good? I'm here today with Preacher503, Kamari Bailey.
Hey.
How's it been, friend? Long time no see.
Man, I can't believe I'm standing here in front of Jimbo on the show, man. We played basketball, Madison High School football together. Man, it's crazy standing here.
We said it's probably been roughly 20 years since we've run into each other. He caught me when I was I want to say about 20 years old, working at a Jiffy Lube the last time I saw you.
We were 20, and I had just gotten married. I got married when I was 20, got married, and I had brought my car in. Yes, wow. I remember.
And then today of all days to meet with Mr. Bailey after all these years. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. Yep, February 12th, 19.
Right. He's 31 again.
Yep.
I was good. It's your man Zakari Mason, and you're across the street. I want to give a special shout out to Kamari for his B-Day. Happy B-Day, G. Jimbo, you're looking out on the audio request, Keith. You already know I got you. Cheers. And when you see me coming, across the street.
Thanks again for the invite today, too, to your wonderful church here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Just to give you the history on this building, I think it was built in like the 1800s. It's a nationally recognized historic site. Of course, we haven't been here since 1898, but it's been here. We've been here for 20 years, or 23 years. We came here in 1999. Our first building was down on 13th and Fremont. Back in those days, we were down on 13th and Fremont, just down the road, still in the same neighborhood, Sabin community, but we moved up here in 1999. My mom was driving by, seen it, and said, that's where we should be, and then we ended up here. Been here ever since I got married, been here since my kids grew up here, everything. So, and then now, since September, I've become the pastor. So my dad retired, and here I am, 20-some years later.
Wow. We were commenting before we started, one of the few people during our freshman year that would, crouch and kneel and pray before the games was always Kamari and a few other members that we remember. But this kind of makes sense now, my friend.
Well, it does make sense. Well, we brought up the fact about Skate Church. I don't know how many people remember out there in Portland, Oregon, but there was a skate church back in the late 80s, early 90s, telling us how old we are. And I remember Skate Church, and I did not know you, Jimbo, actually went to Skate Church, which is really crazy, but it's a small, small world. But yeah, before football games, after football games, we used to kneel, we used to pray. And that does make super sense now, but I can't believe you remembered that because I forgot all about that.
So you got a big family now, too. I saw you got married and you have a nice big squad there with you, a couple boys, girls.
Yeah. Got 3 kids, 1 grandkid. Shout out to my daughter because it's not her kid, but she took responsibility. So shout out to my daughter. Hey. That's my oldest. She's 20, and then I got 2 boys. One a senior in the same high school we went to. Woo. I think they call it McDaniels now.
I'm going to have a hard time with that, but I'll work with it.
We still call it Madison.
I'll work with it.
He's at McDaniels. Then I got a freshman playing your position, playing center for Jefferson.
Smart guys.
Yep. Yeah. So that's my 3. And then the little guy, he's at Boise Elliott down in North Portland. So yeah, got family.
You're well connected in Portland. You've been here, like you say, your entire life, basically.
Yeah.
So
my dad actually been here since the late or early 60s. He moved here when he was, I think, 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
So he's seen it and know it. He can tell you there's a McDonald's, and I know y'all out there in TV, there's a McDonald's across the street from Jefferson where King Food Mart is. there was a McDonald's. That was before me and Jim's time.
Wow.
But there was a McDonald's there.
Wow. That'd be a fun person to talk to. I'd like to get him on the show. Maybe.
You should interview people from that time, man.
Yeah,
They'll be
that'd
able
be
to tell
dope,
you
yeah.
that so many things is different, so many things have changed.
Maybe go on a car ride with him and let him point it out.
Yeah. I think this neighborhood, what's crazy about this neighborhood, I was thinking about the interview, but like, we use the word a lot in our community, especially the Black community, gentrification. I'll say this. It's one thing to say that it happened. It's another thing to say that you let it happen. I'm sure that all the leaders out there, whether they community leaders, leaders in the church community, leaders in business community, if we could have, got resources together, pulled and worked and used ideas together, we could have stayed and had the neighborhood. Because it's crazy to come into a city of our size and not be able to say, hey, there's the Black neighborhood or there's the neighborhood and everything else like that. But we're still Portland. We're still weird. We still the city of roses, Portland kids. So, even though the neighborhood has changed, it's still, a little bit the same. I don't know if even on Mississippi has changed, what that used to be back in the day. Mississippi, places in Southeast has changed. It's just the whole city has changed as a whole. I'll let the people out there judge.
The whole Mall 205 area all the way down to even Jack's Chicken.
205.
Jack's Chicken, Alberta Market Street looks a little different now. You know what I mean? Like,
all that. Yeah. Even you brought the Lloyd Center, all that. Yeah. So it's crazy. But now that I'm in my 40s, man, it's crazy.
Why don't you give us a little show around the place here? How's that?
So we'll start up here. Start up here in the pulpit. That's my dad's chair up here. It's the bishop's chair. That's one of our assistants. But this chair is my chair. Coming, the pastor. My mom sits here. We have our church mother. She sits there. And this podium, you want to talk about history. This podium, my dad helped make, but my dad had it made. I think it was my freshman year of high school. He had this made, and I remember lifting it up into the truck and taking it off and bringing it to our church. But this podium has been here for, it got to be like 20, 25 years that we've had this. And then my dad made that little one, and there's one in the back. But my dad, in his side gig, was a carpenter, or is a carpenter, made a lot of stuff in our house. All this, when we first moved here in this church, the siding on the outside, me and him replaced. The walls in here, because right here, where these crosses are, shout out to my father-in-law for the Native American crosses, but this right here, there was a baptismal pool that sat on the backside of it. But we came in here and put up new walls, sheetrock and stuff like that. They had cameras in those windows up there. I'm telling you, when I say it's built in 1898, once we started peeling back and pulling back the walls and stuff, there was inscriptions and stuff that said 18. Yeah, it was crazy. Wow. But yeah, the front part, and then we can go out here and I'll show you.
Where are you going to play the drums?
Oh, before we go to the front, what's unique about this drum set, and I don't know, Jim, man, I played the drums in the church, and I was playing them back then in high school. I just didn't tell nobody.
What?
But yeah, I was the church drummer, man. I was a church drummer for 20-some years, bro, until I got into my late 30s, and then my arthritis and carpal tunnel and stuff. Just my hands started locking up.
You know about
on
some
me.
of the lost dreams that I've had in my life. I'm very much into music.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
We were into music in high school. You remember? Speaking about, Snoop Dogg just bought or just acquired Death Row Records.
Yep.
Do you remember when Dr. Dre's album first came out when we were in high school, and what every day we used to say, ain't nothing but a G thing? Every day, walking into Madison High School.
Ooh, I still say to this day, just because I'm an old head, but if you don't know some of the words to that song, I don't believe
if you don't know the whole, my kids know the words to that song. But These pews we had put in before there were some old wooden ones. This is where we record the services right here on this.
Oh, nice.
This is our sound.
Where do you guys display your services at? Where do those get shown?
On Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook right now, our Facebook page.
I'll put some links then for that for sure then. So
this part right here is not a part of the original structure. This was actually an add-on. I think in the 1940s, this part is add-on. Because the original building, you just walk through the door, and that was the door right there.
How big is the congregation now?
I don't know because of COVID. But I would say we got a powerful group of powerful people. We got God's army, God's handful, you know what I'm saying? Strong. I'm saying that what's crazy for COVID is that our online presence and everything else has gotten bigger and has grown, which is crazy. But I think that we were moving towards that anyways, but then COVID just fast forwarded and streamlined it faster for us to have an online presence because we did everything so fast as far as like the ways that we give or whatever like that, because we are a church who does a lot of outreach to the homeless, outreach to kids and youth and stuff. That's my passion, is reaching out to the next generation, because there's not a lot of people wanting to look out for them. But we try to do what we do, you know.
Oh, I'm super proud of you, my friend. I think this, like I said, this all kind of adds up now that I know a little bit more about what you're doing now. This is crazy.
I did not tell people that I was a PK, a preacher's kid, when I was in high school. Matter of fact, I tried to avoid it. But, you know, looking back on it, you know, it was crazy. My dad, probably about 4 years ago, he says to me, before I give you to church, I'm going to use his word, before I give you to church, son, you need to go back and you need to talk to all your friends from high school and stuff. And I'm like, what? And then you want to know what's crazy. And then I remember that was when I don't know if I reached out or you reached out to me and we started talking and everything else like that. But man, it's just crazy who like I just been running into and talking to and everything else like that. But I'm glad that we did.
This show's kind of done that to me. I put myself in places and around people that I don't know particularly, and they always, you know, the 1 degree of separation in Portland is very true. We all know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, the crazy thing is that now, like places that I've been in, it's a lot of people who are not from here. It's a lot of we can go this way. Sure. It's a lot of people that, matter of fact, that's the bishop. Come on, Dad. You in the camera anyway.
Oh snap! This is your father?
Come on, Bishop. Yeah, it's my dad. This is the one who built the church. You on TV. I was telling them how long you've been here in Portland, Oregon, and you could tell them some places, but you don't have to be a camera. But this is Bishop Bailey. This is my dad.
Great work. Thank you, sir. Appreciate what you do here.
But yeah, I think that, man, just being able to connect with people from the past, bro, especially now that there are so many people here who are not from here. Whenever I go to jobs or places and I'm saying, hey, where are you from? There's so many people who are not from here now, and it's crazy to think that, but yet we're still small.
If you watch the show enough, I do bring everybody a gift. It's a special day today. Not only is it your birthday, but we give everybody a gift. But there's your official Cross the Street tee for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, much love. Thanks for participating in the show too. Thank you,
man. Bro. Ever since you started, I wanted to be here. I wanted to just be on the show and support you, man. Because the main thing that I wanted to show is that, man, you know, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about church and church people, but I wanted to show that we're human and that we love all people just like Jesus did. And to say that we're not, you know, we're not as closed off as the world would try to say and think that we are. But, man, I'm glad I was able to connect with you, man, because we had good times when we was in high school. Great times.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go. Come on, man.
Great times, man. I remember the crazy thing that I remember is the bus rides.
Oh, so much fun.
Different schools, going to play basketball. Man. Oh, man. Just the different schools, the different places around the city. the different schools that we went to. I remember schools we played at Centennial, David Douglas, Barlow.
We got to play against some greats too. Mike Doliak, I think we got to play against.
Tyrone Manlove.
Tyrone
shout
Manlove,
out.
yeah.
Man, may he rest in peace.
Uh,
So many people. Jason Franklin, man, so many people just from different schools,
Yeah.
man.
Great era. That was a fun 90s PIL.
The 90s
Yeah.
PIL is where it was at, basketball and football, man. We played against. Shout out to Robert Cavill, our running back.
I love Robert Cavill, my guy.
Shout out to Robert Cavill.
He wasn't. He always
probably
made it
gonna
look
see
so
this.
effortless. He always makes it so effortless.
Man,
Didn't
he was a man amongst
Yeah.
us boys. We was just trying to.
Last
grow
time
up.
I seen Robert, I don't think I want to talk about that right now. But
Oh, it's all
love
right.
you, Robert. Love you, Robert. You know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, just those people in general. Those times that we had football, basketball, just playing. I was thinking about the other day how the city has changed. But talk about how the city has changed. We was in the streets, bro. We was talking about across the street. We was crossing streets.
I think we're the
82nd.
last era of kids that lived without technology, where we still rode our bikes till the street lights came on and came inside, watched regular television, waited for Saturday for cartoons.
Yeah.
That was our life. And then we became, adults, and then electronics showed up.
Well, I think that a lot of people we take for granted the places and the things that we've done and that we've gone through. Because I know my kids can't relate to being in the streets, playing with their friends, everything, because everything is so different. Everything has changed. Everything. Bye, Dad. Bye, Bishop.
Take care. Have a great day, sir.
I just think that's the lost generation. That's why I try to reach out so much to you and the young people, because they didn't have what we had. And I think that, man, our childhood was great, bro.
It was fun. It was fun.
We had crazy times, music, downtown. I wanted to ask you, you remember the Quest?
Who doesn't remember the Quest? Come on now. I know you spent some time with the Quest.
Bro, I don't even want to talk about the Quest. But yeah.
What are you gonna do for your birthday? It's what do you got plans tonight? Family dinner?
Man, bro, once you get into your 40s, bro, the birthday is food, dinner with the family, and then some cake and ice cream, and then go to sleep. Get ready for Sunday. But other than that, yeah, I'm pretty boring in my 40s now.
Why don't you take us back up to the pew there? Why don't you give us your. Let's see. This is what we can expect to see. When can we catch you running your services, Kamari?
We run Sundays at 11 a.m. We are on Facebook, Facebook Live. We do also have, and I could put that number in there too, but we do also do it on a conference call as well, conference call line, but mostly Facebook Live. But Sundays at 11 a.m. and you'll see it on our Facebook page, and I do share them afterwards. So Facebook Live mostly right now. It's been a struggle. I remember our first broadcast was sideways for like a month, and nobody was saying nothing. And then they came to me and then they was like, "Yo, bro, your broadcast is sideways." And I was like, "What?" Go back and look, and it's sideways. So then a friend told me, he was like, "Yo, you gotta set the camera first. Like, go to Facebook, set the camera first, and then because if you do it beforehand, it doesn't like it, and it makes the broadcast." I didn't even know that. So for the first month or so, broadcast was upside down. Then we got the broadcast straight. Then people was talking in the background, and stuff. And so then it's like, man. So then had to tell people to shh behind the scene, like that. So it's been a journey, but we're great.
We brought Miss Birdie Lee with us today. Did you have a question today for Mr. Bailey?
I do. Is there any fun upcoming events or anything that you're doing this summer that we should know about?
Yeah, we're trying to plan it. We're trying to plan a trip for our kids, for our youth, for Vacation Bible School, which happens in the first weekend in August. We're trying to set up funds, try to go to Cannon Beach, take the kids to the beach, and stuff like that, and just overall. Because what I try to do is I try to make sure that our kids, our youth, are taken care of. Our kids are looked after. Our kids have fun and do all that stuff like that. So that's one thing.
Cool. We ran through about 19 minutes pretty quick. I'm pretty sure you and I could have like a 3-hour show if we wanted to.
Bro, you know, ever since Fred, you know, man, I just talk. You guys,
Why don't you take us out with a nice little prayer if you want? Let's wrap this up here.
Okay. Father, we just want to thank you for Jim and Bertie Lee for being here, being in the church today. We thank you for Cross the Street PDX. But Lord, we just ask you as this platform continues to grow, that it would show the community, it would uplift the community, that people will be blessed by it, that Jim will be blessed by it, and that we would just continue this friendship that we've had since freshman year and will continue to grow. And we ask it in your son's name. Amen.
Thank you so much, my
You're
friend.
welcome.
If there's anything I can do for you in the future, you just let me know.
Man.
Other than that, I really hope you enjoy your birthday today.
Thank you, bro.
And bring it in, my friend. Bring it in.
Man.
I love you.
Love you too, bro.
It's been a great day.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave the links below so everybody can check your broadcast here that we do on Facebook for you.
Okay.
And then the information for his church, I will show bing right here for the location, as well as the information to come and see the services and be a part of this wonderful church. Thanks again, friend.
You're welcome, man.
Cheers.
God bless.